Hello, and welcome to Just One More Podcast, the podcast where I, a generic white dude, will be your doorway to hear about people much more interesting than myself. That being said, today's guest over on my, actually it's going to be this side, is AJON DC. He's cool.
Hi.
AJON. How are you doing?
What's up, Paul? I've been doing pretty great. Nice to talk to you again.
Yes, it is nice to chat. We should chat.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice hanging out with you again.
Last
time we hung out like properly was like face to face.
That's true. I was in California. You do be looking a little different than you looked then, though.
Yeah.
Lose some weight?
Oh, yeah. Not just weight. Well, when I went to America, I did gain a lot, but that's besides the point. I kind of have a different look now.
You know what? I respect it. You got the drip.
Yeah.
Looking a little shorter now, but I'll watch out for my ankles.
Canonically 2'1", but I promise I won't break your kneecaps.
All right. I do need those, so I would appreciate if you leave them alone.
That's fair.
I do need those to walk places. And despite,
do you really need to?
I mean, despite common knowledge, I do in fact leave my desk sometimes. I even saw grass today.
Really? What's that like?
It was kind of wild. It was very green.
Oh, ew. Green is.
Yeah, and it was like
a creative
3D.
color.
It wasn't all flat like in Minecraft. It was wild.
Huh? It wasn't all pixely?
I know. It was wild. For real. It was insane. Truly a wild experience.
Hopefully they release a patch to fix that.
Yeah, they have to, honestly. I heard they're going to add a battle pass soon.
Battle pass? Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's fair.
You're gonna have to start like they're gonna add new skins, but you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to grind.
Unfortunately, what's it called? My battle stars don't what's it called? My V-Bucks don't transfer over to this season, huh?
No, they don't.
Generational will be crazy.
For real. But today I want to talk to you about streaming and art, that too, because you make art. You're an artist person. You're creative.
What? Who told you that? I
just kind of know these things. I just have a sixth sense.
That's fair.
I can just
all right, hit me.
You look very artsy. You told me all about how green is not a creative color, and that just speaks of true artistry to me. But first, I want to talk to you a little bit about streaming, and I'm curious to know, why did you first start? What got you into this terrifying website we call Twitch.tv?
Oh, that's fun. I love telling this story. So, okay, before to preface this, I wasn't a VTuber before. I was a facecam streamer, and around my last year of animation school, I was interning while also working on like my graduation show, and I'm quite the lazy person. So if someone isn't watching me, I kind of don't do my work. So a couple of friends and I, like my classmates and I, we all decided, hey, let's go stream art, right? It'll force us to do our work in front of an audience. Well, but also like kill two birds with one stone. Who knows? Maybe someone will be interested enough to like and watch. I don't know. Maybe, right? So we started off on Picarto.tv. I don't know if you know what that website is.
I have never heard of that in my life.
You've never heard of it? Oh, okay. Well, if you're a furry and you love NSFW, it's the perfect streaming website for you.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. So we decided to try out Picarto first, right? Because we were like, we're artists. There's too many gamers on Twitch. I'm not that much of a gamer myself. Too many gamers, not a lot of art community. So we started on Picardo, but because we were just doing schoolwork, we were doing animation schoolwork. No one's gonna be interested in things that aren't furry, that aren't NSFW. So we eventually moved on to Twitch. And we streamed for like about a month before we just kind of all stopped and like went on with our lives. But when I went to the army, because in my country, all of us, all males above the age of 18 have to serve 2 years of mandatory national service. So military stuff, right? And going after my basic military, after 4 months of basic training, I was put into this vocation that wrecked my mental health so much so that I was medically excused from going. And there were a lot of admin stuff that was going on in the background that I won't delve deep into. But basically, the army fucked me up. So kind of a common story here. And because of that, yeah, exactly. So it kind of because I got like I had issues, right, and I had to deal with these issues. My psychiatrist kept giving me medical excuses to not go back into camp. So by that time, like I had 4 months of medical leave, and the pandemic hit while I was serving my medical leave, right? And I think like a month into me just doing absolutely nothing, I kind of wanted to restart streaming on Twitch, like streaming, but like more on Twitch and more focusing on Twitch. And that's how I started streaming during the pandemic, during my medical leave, when there was nothing going on in my life. Well, there's a lot of things going on in my life, but things that I don't have to talk about right now. So, anyway.
You know what? A good story. You started with the furries, the furries, and then stopped, and then went into the military, and then the military fucked you up enough that you decided time to go back to Twitch. That's the solution.
Dude, my story has everything. It has sex appeal, furries, military, mental issues, gaming.
Those are all of the important parts of a good story. I would in fact greenlight it and turn it into a Marvel movie.
Exactly. As IGN would say, there's a little bit of something for everyone.
Truly. Just no, I'd give that movie a 10 out of 10. So we already know that you have tried alternative streaming sites. Obviously, you started on one. Have you ever considered abandoning Twitch, the hell site that it is, and going to another hell site called YouTube?
Have I considered making like a switch,
making the jump over?
Yeah, I have considered it, especially with the whole, the weird Twitch monetizing thing going on, and like the lack of support for creators. I think I did consider it, mostly because YouTube has. I mean, you can't lie. Everyone has been to YouTube before, right?
Exactly.
Everyone uses YouTube. It has a larger reach, a larger audience, and of course, like. The numbers person in me says it makes sense to go to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And like as someone who wants to do more video on demand content and like scripted stuff, short films, like like the original dream was to be an animator, right? Yeah. I have thought of going to YouTube,
Keep it all in one place, like, instead of like doing some of it on YouTube and then saying, hey, also go to my Twitch.
Exactly. And like I mean part of me hasn't done it yet. Like even though like I've thought about it a lot, I probably won't make like a permanent, switch up. Have you seen like all the all a lot of my friends who are content creators, they're kind of doing a mix where like one day they're on Twitch and then the other day
everyone's
they're on YouTube.
testing the waters.
Exactly. And like if I do YouTube streams, I want to try and like mix it up and make it different from my Twitch content. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense, especially now that Twitch has obviously freed everyone up to go on to other websites, whether they're partner, affiliate, or whatever.
Yeah.
It definitely makes sense, especially if you want to try some alternative content you don't think is going to do very well on Twitch. Putting that on YouTube is never a bad idea.
Yeah, cause like this was my original like thought, right? I would like if I were to do, cause there are two types of streams that I do, right? Like which is the content streams and just the commission streams. Cause I'm an artist, I take commissions. You know,
of
if you
course.
want to commission me, just go to my card or whatever. I do a lot of my commission streams on Twitch because long form stuff where like you just do endurance streams all the time, 4 hours, 6 hours long. They do well on Twitch.
Yeah.
But like I would consider maybe if I have like a 1 hour or 2 hour challenge stream, and like or content stream or like a collab stream, it would be better to do it on YouTube than on Twitch. You know what I mean?
No, I do get that. I know that the YouTube stream game is the goal is usually to hit that 1-2 hour mark and then end, because 1 to 2 hours is about how long of a VOD people are willing to watch on YouTube. I mean, people already watch videos that long with like video essays. I don't know who did the research, but statistically 1 to 2 hours is a really good balance for YouTube streams and then VODs.
Yeah, so like that, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So like things that with like pre-planned stuff, like 1 or 2 hour stuff. Yeah, like for example, an Among Us collab would do so much better on YouTube, while like streaming my commission that you don't know when I'm gonna finish, right? Like a commission could take up to 3 streams to finish, and every stream's 4 hours long. Yeah, I would keep that on Twitch, and you know. Because no one will go through the VOD. No one will go through that VOD on YouTube.
Exactly. I think that people come to Twitch more for like the more relaxed form, kind of free form content that's just kind of happening. And you know, you pop in, you watch for however long you watch, and then you go away. YouTube people kind of go and they're like, okay, I found this. It's this amount of time. I'm going to be here for this amount of time. I'm going to watch this.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? There are people who go back to my old VODs and just watch them. Like, it was so surprising to me because I don't ever do this. If someone's not live, I just don't watch anything. But like, I had people in my chat like, oh my god, I love my community, even though they bully me. Fuck them. Actually, you know what? Fuck them. Anyway, I had someone put in chat like, hey, you're live. I don't have to watch the VOD now. And I'm like, you watch the VOD? I'm like, yeah, when you're not live, I just watch your VOD, like the 4 hour VOD that you know, Twitch automatically uploads. And I'm like, that's crazy to me, dude.
Dude, people do that a lot. I mean, I go to VODs occasionally, but usually I don't watch the whole thing. Like, I'll go and like, I'll have heard about something, or I'll have wanted to watch the stream and I'll have missed it. I'll be like, okay, I'll go scrub through, see what I missed, things like that. But a lot of people do just go and watch the whole thing if they want really long form content. It's kind of weird.
I guess I'm just that entertaining.
Oh, of course. You are just like top. Honestly, the fact that you aren't already just like in the MCU, you should be Captain America.
Oh yeah, dude. I should no. I'm glad Chris Evans got the grew old, so that I can be the new Captain America. Call me John Walker.
Of course.
Call me John Walker.
You know what? I will. That's what I'm gonna call you forever now. You're never gonna escape. But as you did mention, obviously, your flesh is gone. You have ascended or descended beyond this mortal coil and become animated. That happened relatively recently, right? About a month ago, I think. Now you debuted.
Yeah. Early November, late October.
Yeah. So you've been going at it for about a month and a half now. Have you noticed any differences now that you've gotten into the swing of it between streaming as a VTuber and streaming as like, face cam?
Yes, actually, I did. There were the difference between being a VTuber and a facecam streamer. Like, honestly, I don't play a character because I myself am a character in of itself, even when as a facecam streamer, right? But I was very reserved in switching up, switching to becoming a VTuber, right? But I thought it was perfect for me. Being an artist, being someone who's into animation, I thought it was perfect for me. One of the differences that I did notice is that I tend to do a voice more. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's like a kind of an unspoken thing that like I kind of do more of an animated voice. Like, I'm constantly voice acting for 4 hours straight. As a VTuber more than as a facecam streamer. And
yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. And the jokes that I do are kind of different now. Cuz when I was a facecam streamer, sometimes people would do this thing where they want me to roleplay, and all I'd have to do is go into my closet, change up my clothes and whatnot. So there are a lot of jokes that I couldn't do as a VTuber that I could do as a facecam streamer, while there are jokes and bits that I can do as a VTuber that I couldn't do as a facecam streamer. Also, I did notice that I got a lot more eyes on me now, I got a lot more eyes on me.
VTuber debuts really do bring in that's one of the most interesting things about the VTuber community to me, like just how kind of close knit it ends up being. Like VTubers will just look up for debuts of like new streamers and just pop in, and like no one does that with facecam streamers. No one's really hunting.
Yeah.
No one's spending time looking for this small streamer's first stream or something, but VTuber debuts, huge deal in that community.
Because you want to support them, right? You want to support them, and like the VTuber community has been so nice to a lot of the newcomers coming in, supporting people's debuts. Then again, like a lot of the eyes came from people who I was already friends or associated with, right?
Yeah.
And which also kind of factored into why I became a VTuber. I had so many like VTuber friends. I'm kind of like VTuber adjacent in a sense.
No, I get that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, look at you.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
90% of your stream homies are all PNG tubers, VTubers.
I definitely didn't know enough VTubers that I was able to make 4 whole episodes of a podcast about it in like a month of just a bunch of VTubers. Definitely don't have an SMP with like 10 members where all of them other than me and one other person are VTubers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. So yeah, like the switch was super easy. Plus, being an artist, I made all my assets.
Of course.
Right? I made all my assets. I make so many assets for other VTubers. It only made sense to make my own, right?
And I'm sure that helps a lot because I know some other people I talk to that one of the biggest barriers for entry for VTubers is getting that model and the money that it costs.
The cost is crazy, right? The cost is crazy. But an artist's work is a luxury.
Of course.
Right. Yeah. So like you're getting a model that will potentially make you a lot more money than you put in. Potentially. There is potential in every VTuber. But being
it's
a
definitely
VTuber,
worth it. I just know it's like a big barrier for some people because the models go for what, $1,000, maybe $500 more for rigging. That's definitely a big investment.
Exactly. And I think one thing that kind of like one thing that I did notice as a VTuber is that going back to the eye thing, right? Going back to so many eyes on me. I had a couple of videos go viral before my debut, right? Like the Sonic parody that I did. I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with my Sonic parody.
No idea
and that that video on its own got a lot of people to know my character. they know my character, they know my design. They might not know who I am, because sometimes people will retweet and like it's gonna show up in their timelines, but they might not know who I am, right? Like I remember one time I was like, I lurk on a couple of streams, and I like to talk to people. I like to make friends, right?
Of course.
And one time, like I was talking to this art VTuber, this artist, and like they're saying, hey, can you share some of your work? Hey, thanks for the raid. Let's share some work. I love, like, give me your art and like let me see. So I'm like, hey, I'll show you this animation that I made because I'm an animator. And then there were people in chat that were like, oh my god, I saw this video on my Twitter. I don't know where I saw it, but I know this guy. I'm like, yeah. Why didn't you come to my debut?
Like, damn, you can see that, but you can't come over here. All right, fake fan.
I literally put the date on the video. I'm joking. But yeah, there's a lot of reach, especially with like when you have an aesthetic looking, like with a VTuber model, you can create so much memes, so much shit posts, and that can transcend beyond just the VTuber community. That can transcend just beyond your own like stream community. It can go to Twitter in general,
Yeah.
which is crazy for someone who's not anime.
Yeah, you've got your own style going too. Most VTubers got that anime style, and you've got your own, your own thing going, especially with the 3D animation. Because I know that 3D used to be popular, but now what's really big in the VTuber community has been the 2D models.
Yeah, live 2D. Oh my god, I even what's it called? I even learned live 2D myself. I'm a father. Well, let's just get it out of the way. I am a live 2D father. I'm a VTuber papa.
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah, sometimes I feel like, yes, and then like the the unique style that I have. Obviously I'm not gonna say I'm the first ever claymation animated character that's cartoony, right? There's probably a lot out there. And one of the things that I did struggle a lot is like my identity in the community, because like I don't know, it feels like because I don't look like an anime like twink or a daddy that no one that like that no one wants to hang out with me. But the uniqueness also helps make people remember me in a sense.
No, definitely. I mean, if I hadn't known you before, going around seeing VTubers suddenly get rated into, well, sure, some anime avatars definitely stick out, like they look good. What's really going to stick in my mind is if I go through with a raid and I just see like this living claymation little gremlin dude chilling in his room, putting on a hat, turning into a Chad face. Like, you got a lot of interesting stuff going on there.
Thank you.
And along with that, you're also able to make a lot more changes more quickly because, you're obviously making it for yourself. You don't have to wait on another artist to make it for you. And you can really express, like, your vision perfectly because you're making it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of like being my own boss. I kind of like not being beholden to anyone else. Like, if I want to add like different clothes for like a short joke that I came up like 10 seconds ago.
Exactly.
I don't have to wait a week for the artist to help me.
You don't have to like.
Of course, not everyone has that luxury.
Yeah, because otherwise you gotta reach out. You gotta, and not to mention spend money on it. You can just like, I had this idea. I'm gonna go get to work right now. 2 days later, you can go and throw it onto your stream.
Exactly. I love the flexibility of having like access to all the raw files of my stuff, because I can do dumb stuff like I don't know if you've seen, but I modded Sonic Adventure to have my VTuber instead of Sonic. So I played as myself.
But I love that.
I did a whole playthrough of it. I'll release. I'm trying to find an editor for that video because I don't think I can do it myself. So who knows? Maybe the video might be released soon. I have all the VODs saved.
If that VOD's still up and I can hunt it down, I'll put a clip on it of it up here for people to see. Your beautiful face in Sonic.
Thank you. Thank
as you were meant to be. Honestly, I Sonic doesn't have anything on you. You should have. If the Sonic
I
movie,
should have been the star of Sonic Frontiers.
You should.
Oh my
been.
god.
They should have called you to animate Sonic, because they obviously got it wrong the first time with the movie. They should have called you.
Exactly. They should have recast Sonic as me.
Exactly.
Sorry, Ben Schwartz.
Everyone's already. I'll put the video on screen, like right here. Like, look at this man. Look at him. He's like, he was just made to be Sonic. All I gotta do is change his hair a little bit, and bam.
Yeah. Oh man, the ultimate, like when the video started getting viral of me replacing Sonic in the movie, I was hoping that the Sonic Twitter account would notice. Oh, but they didn't.
Damn.
They didn't.
Damn. This is a call-out post for the Sonic Twitter account. Notice AJON. Notice my boy.
Freaking call-out post to at Sonic the Hedgehog on Twitter.com.
Oh, no. No.
Did they piss on my wife? No. But they did worse. They didn't cast me as Sonic.
That's true. That's terrible. I can't believe they would do that. Speaking of the art, now that we're moving back into that, I would like to... Hi there. Very tired editing, Paul. That's why the audio quality is different. This is the mic that you're hearing me through. Sorry about that. That being said, this episode is being cut in half for time. Me and AJON talked for about an hour and 20 minutes. And even after cutting an entire question and then 2 more questions, I realized that it was still 30-something minutes. As this is an assignment for a class, I do have to cut it down a bit. These episodes are meant to be 15 to 20 minutes, so what I will be doing is splitting these episodes into part 1 and part 2. Part 1 primarily focuses on streaming, and part 2 will primarily focus on art, but it also does end up discussing a bit about his advice for people who want to get into streaming. So yeah, I just wanted to explain. This is part 1, and the next episode, episode 5, will be part 2. But I have also left all of the questions in and everything for you all to hear. That's where we are. If I continue with this podcast, just keep in mind that I probably won't do this in the future, and I'll just allow it to be the length, or maybe I'll see what people like. I don't know. But for now, that's what we're doing. We will be splitting this episode in half. So yeah, if you want to know where the rest of the questions are, they are coming in episode 5. Thank you.